Madge, it's been a lot of noise. Has it been tough? How would you sum up the week?
I've just really focused on what I need to do as a coach, and that's coach the boys to turn up ready tomorrow and perform the best we can.
You see those kind of reports, like what kind of goes through your head when...
I actually don't read a lot. I don't look into that. I know where we're going as a club, and that's our biggest thing, is that's what we need to focus on as an organisation, to take this playing group to where we've all set out to, and that's perform at training and make sure the performances on the weekend are longer periods of time than what we've shown. There's ebbs and flows of what we're about at this present moment, but we've also shown long periods of what we're very capable of. So if we do that, then all the surroundings change.
Do you know how reports like that get out?
No, not really. No, I don't really get involved with a lot of that sort of stuff. I'm obviously aware of what my role is, and I'm enjoying coaching these players. You face a little bit of adversity at some stage, and that's part of what the game brings. But also too, you can change that around by what we do. And the players are well aware of that too. The boys have taken upon themselves to make sure that that we turn up and we get the job done.
It would seem things are being leaked from within the club. How frustrating is that it can destabilise the group, and everyone's human, everyone's individual, but it seems things are coming from within the club.
Well, we're going to make sure that our focus is what we do on the park. If we do that right and we play the way we know we can, then that sort of noise all changes, doesn't it?
Does that annoy you?
No.
Do you feel like your job is safe?
I focus on what I need to do. I mean, you buy into all those sorts of different things. Well, you takes my eye away from what we're actually here for, and I've got a playing group that really cares about what we're doing. Are we happy with where we're at? No, of course not. We want to be further up, but that'll come if they keep focusing on what we need to do, and that's each individual doing their role and playing their part. So that's what we're about.
Do you feel supported by the board?
I feel support right around the organisation, yeah.
Aside from the reports and all of this other noise that's going on, just the one win from 7 this year, how disappointing is that for you to take on board? And what? I mean, we stand here every week and talk about how we know how they can play, but what is the key to actually getting them to do that?
What you just said, play the way we know we can, and do it for longer periods of time. Obviously, the results are definitely not what we would have liked, but we are in this position, and that's what teams are about. It's how you get together and you work your way through them. And that's the character of who we are as a team, and and how we go about our training and how we go about our games will determine what is said about us.
Do you have regular conversations with Lee, Justin and the board? Do they try to keep contact with you a lot?
Every day, yeah.
And what is your relationship like with them?
Fine, yeah.
Joey's back this week. I guess that's a boost for the backs today.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, having Joey back, and he's gone away and looked at his game, and he's actually in really good spirits. So looking forward to bringing someone like Joey back in.
Yeah, how have the boys been this week at training? How have they responded from last week's loss?
Yeah, look, we do our review and we make sure that we look at where we need to improve on. Obviously there were some defensive lapses there that just hurt us. That's really the big one that we're working on. Around our defence and how we work for each other, and we understand what we need to do.
Yeah, the boys spoke in the media this week about bonding together and being a united group. How much confidence does that give you, and does that please you that the boys are saying that?
Well, I've got a group that we started way back in I think November. They're working extremely hard towards what we're trying to create at the club, and that's everyone. The whole organisation's a part of what we're working towards. The results at the moment. We want to be better than where we've been. So it's pretty straightforward. We can do that on the park.
Re-signing of Jake Simpson, you worked hard to get him to the club. How nice is it to see him sign up?
Yeah, it's really good. He's obviously, and that's what we are at this present moment, is young guys like that really wanting to play. And what I mean by that is that he's 2 or 3 games in. I've got Dane Laurie out the back. We've got to understand where we are at this present moment. We've got a number of younger guys that could be the next stars of the game. And that's the process about what we're going through. And I guess all this noise comes off the back of results, but also too it's understanding where we're at and what we're building here at the club. We've got a young group of players that they do ebb and flow at some stages throughout games, and the more they play, the better experience they become, and that's when the results start to turn. That's why I'm very confident about what we're doing at the moment. Is that these younger players are learning, how to understand what the first grade's all about. It's every play. You've got to be switched on, and within 3 sets, we obviously had one player in the last game pull us apart. It's the standards now of what we need to make sure that we're doing. For 28 minutes, we showed some really good football, and I saw there was times throughout that game that we needed to be better throughout that first 28 minutes. But then, obviously, the stars of the game rise, and that's that's Dane Laurie's and Jake Simpkin, and young Jake, is learning his craft around how to build pressure, how to understand pressure, and that comes across with the spine that we're building all the time.
Do you feel like some of the criticisms of the team then is a little bit unfair, considering, as you said, some of the younger players?
I'm not going to really get into all those sorts of different things. At the end of the day, my job is to make sure I get the best out of these players, and that's what we're working towards. As I said, we've got a young group that's come together, but that's also the exciting part for the club too, moving forward. I get that it's a results-driven business, but also too, it's the building of what we're going through as well. I've got a lot of younger guys coming through in the grades underneath that over time they're going to start growing into strong first graders, and that's what we've set out as an organisation to build here at the West Tigers. It's not just about a short-term game; it's about the long-term gain as well as what we're building, and those sorts of things are talked about all the time.
And just back on the conversations, do you think those conversations that you say you're regularly having with the board and the power brokers, do they need to be kept in-house?
I think within a team you've got to make sure that things are kept in-house. Of course, those sorts of things need to happen. But at the end of the day, look, we're living in an environment there that everyone loves this club and they want to know what's going on. But I think the fact that you hold things internal does build strength. That's part of what builds a strong club, and we need to continually work and talk about that and work towards that, so we become a strong club.
Everyone likes to chat, everyone likes to have an opinion. One criticism that's been tossed up this week is you can't attract big name players. Is that unfair?
Well, everyone's got their opinions, but we're building here, and there's a lot of players that I know want to come to the club. I do talk to a lot of players, and a lot of players are signed at certain clubs, and they talk to me about what's going on here at the West Tigers. A lot of players know that the club's moving in a direction. We're building a foundation, and there's a lot of players out there that like what they're seeing. But I guess in time we'll show that.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We should actually ask about the Dragons.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we are playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have you made of them this year? What are your opinions this
To
week?
be honest, we've actually looked a lot at ourselves. So, look, they've got quality across the park, but for us, it's really a focus around what we need to do, and I think a lot's been said, and we want to do it on the park.
Cool. Thank you.
No worries. All right.
Thank you.
Right, guys. All right. Thanks.